So I just want to just do a little intro here of this before I start the reading. Okay. Now a lot of you know what twin flames are, or you wouldn't be interested in watching this video. So what I'm going to do is I am going to delve in deep here, just very quick explanation how this is going to, you know, align with your sign here. So a twin flame, what is a twin flame? Well, a twin flame is one soul that has kind of split into two. One soul that is kind of split into two, and one part of this soul has gone on their own journey, and the other part of the soul has gone on another journey on this plane, you know, on this spiritual plane. So and this soul could have gone right back in time. You know, we're talking about past lives here, past life souls, you know, and very rare occasions, very rare that these souls reunite, you know, come together to you know, teach what they've learned on their journey. So one of these half souls will reunite with a more evolved kind of spiritual journey and want to teach the other half of the soul, you know, oh gosh, it's like, well, it's not like this, but it's like this. I have learned so much that I need to tell you about here. Gosh, I have been through, you know, through wars, through battles, through heartbreak, through pain, and you know, I've seen starvation. I've seen, you know, I've seen people suffering. I've suffered myself. Gosh, I need to, you know, teach you this. So, you know, as a whole soul, okay. And these souls are old as well. They are very old. They go back many lifetimes, okay. And the other soul, the other half of the soul, has not evolved as much as the other half, okay, when they come together. And this is very challenging, okay. When this happens, it does happen very rarely. It may happen in a lifetime that these two souls come together to teach each other their kind of lives, their life's journeys. So this is what we've got here, and when these two souls merge together of like this union, they will fear it because it's too intense. You know, it's very intense. The other person is saying, "Yeah, I feel you. I know what you need to do. I've experienced that. I can, you know, I've been through that. I can tell you all about that." And so this other person has to go and learn this. So they may come back, but they may go away again, okay, to learn other things on their journey, so they can come back to this soul and complete this soul and say, well, I've learned this, and I can teach you too what I have learned. It's a kind of union that will never, you know, a connection that will never be forgotten. You could be away from each other for 5 years, 2 years, but you will never forget that connection. You will return to each other eventually, okay, to teach each other the lessons here. And when you do meet your twin flame, if you're lucky to meet a twin flame, this person can bring out the worst in you. You know, this person can bring out the worst in you because, you know, when you was with this person, it felt like home. You know, you felt like you could talk about your deepest desires, your deepest fears, and you felt as if all the layers were peeled off and you could be yourself, you know, like this soul underneath this body, this shell, and you felt like you could just be who you are. And the other person too, it's like two souls together, or two half souls together dancing. There's always something like a mountain in between a twin flame, because we're talking about two half souls coming together, both on different kinds of evolvements of learning. So there's a mountain to move. There's always a mountain to move, and it's always unconventional. You know, it's an unconventional relationship. You know, it may be miles and miles in distance apart, you know, and you've got to move mountains to be with that person. It could be the parents hate that person. You know, I told you so, I told you not to be with that person, you know, because they're still making mistakes and they're still learning, but that person keeps coming back, like an on and off. It's like one of those relationships that are on and off, and they keep coming back. But I've learned that lesson from last time, you know, and this keeps going, this dance keeps going until both partners have learned, okay. But there's usually one that's more evolved than the other one, and that's the stayer. And the other one is the goer, you know, the one that leaves and comes back, one that leaves and then returns. Oh, I've learned that lesson, I've come back to tell you that I've learned that lesson, but I must go because I need to learn more, okay. And they'll come back and they'll explain it again. So it's very much an on and off situation. Now, I'm not saying that on and off situations are a great idea, but this person you just feel very authentic with. You can confide with them. You feel vulnerable. You're able to be vulnerable with this person. You can tell them all your secrets, and you know that your secrets are safe with that person. There's a lot of depth and intimacy and open-heartedness with this person. It feels like you feel at home, you know, you've arrived when you're with this person. And it feels out of this world when you share your heart, because your heart together is one, you know, your soul is one, and when you come together and bond together, your heart is one, okay, and you share the same space, and that's why this connection is very scary. You connect on all chakra levels too, and you can read this person like a book. There's telepathy, you know what they're thinking. You could be miles and miles apart, and you know what that person is doing and thinking, okay. It could even be, you know, it could be somebody close to you, a twin flame. It could be your daughter, your daughter, your son, you know, and you know what they're thinking. There's this connection. Because they're part of you, you know, it's like you gave birth to that person, so it's like part of you, you know, is within that person. But as in twin flames, you are together. When you're together, there's nothing that compares that, and you'll never forget. Although you may drift, you know, you may drift your own separate ways to find your spiritual learning, your spiritual path, but you'll merge back together again to teach each other. And that is what my interpretation is of a twin flame, okay. If both twin flames are fully evolved, and they eventually after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, they eventually come together as learning lessons, and they eventually come together, then that is an absolutely beautiful thing. That is very, very spiritual, you know. Lots of things in sync, you know. Many things are in sync. You can read that person's mind. There's lots of telepathy. and that's just an amazing, you know, that is very rare. That is very rare to actually two souls that are on now reach the same evolvement coming together. Okay, so that's my take on twin flames. So let's have a look how this aligns with your particular sign. Okay. Hello Capricorn, this is your twin flame reading, okay, for March and February. So let's have a look at the energies here for your sign, Capricorn, and see where this takes us. Okay. Now I do get the first energy that I'm getting here is time. Time. What does that mean? Time. Time to align with this person. Time heals. Time teaches us. Time gives us lessons, you know, lessons in time. So that's the first I've got here. There's a wish here, a wish and time. So what I'm going to do, I'm putting my glasses on. I can't stand wearing them, as you know, if you follow my channel, but I need to wear them, okay. I can't see a damn thing without them. So time and a wish fulfillment. So I'm going to pull out, and what I'm going to use is my medieval pagan deck here, because it's very much going into you know, past lives and the medieval era. So yeah, a wish fulfillment. And I get the 7 here of cups. The 7 of cups. And this is like, you know, looking at, dreaming really, of hoping that something with this card is looking at this opportunity here of a wish fulfillment, but you're kind of wondering if this is just not all kind of an illusion, Capricorn, a wish fulfillment. And that's the first card I've got here, okay, for this twin flame reading. Now I do get somebody who has kind of walked away from someone here to go and learn and be wiser. But I do feel that you was a little bit of a magician. I get the magician here, lots of secrets. You know, I do get Capricorns are quite secretive. They keep their cards quite close to their chest, whether it's good or bad. So I do feel that you're hoping that time has moved forward, and you know, time heals. I feel time does heal. Now there is this opportunity, but we're dealing with the Queen of Pentacles, who finds it very difficult to trust here. Now this could be you, or it could be somebody around you. This person finds it very difficult to trust, and you know, I feel this could have been you, or it could have been someone around you. Okay, I get somebody was attraction in terms of law of attraction. So this person was very very frightened of getting hurt, so they were attracting other people that were frightened too of getting hurt. This is on the unconscious level. So you know, I got so he was attracting the wrong people. I I feel that you went through an horrendous time here of somebody that way back, it could even be in another life here, another lifetime, because we're talking about twin souls here. So I get like way back you went through an horrendous time where you really hated, despised this person, and it left you very bitter. So it could actually be in another lifetime, or it could be in this lifetime. Okay, so you carried this, you've carried this into this lifetime, and you've given out an impression that you know, that you don't want to get deeply involved, and so you attracted people, believe it or not, unconsciously, by being trapped in your own fears. You attracted these people who also did not want to get hurt. So there was very much this casual liaisons, you know, or people that did not want to commit or don't want to commit. So I get you running away from commitments, and I also get the people that you are now attracting are running away from commitments. And I feel that you want to amend this. There's an opportunity to amend this. I'll put things right. I get like an energy of wanting to put things right. You know, this isn't right. I get you analysing this, re-examining this. You know, this isn't right. Why am I fleeing something here when really deep down that I do want a deep connection? I also get somebody who's ran away from this and then returned to this to try to you know, challenge this in a way of being subtle. Time, you're hoping that time has healed. Being subtle, being secretive too. But I get a feeling that you want to come home. You want to come home, and that's what I've got here. I feel there's a fleeing here of something. And this was your challenge. This was your challenge of running away from something that may hurt you. You see the people looking over the edge there. You're worried that that person or those people will hurt you, so you're very much on the defensive here. So new beginnings. I get new beginnings. Finding that connection that you was frightened of before. Okay, finding that connection with your twin flame, and you were rejected. I get there was a clash here on this path with this twin flame, and this clash here of tradition. Yeah, I get tradition, a clash of tradition, because where did tradition get you in the past? Tradition hurt you. Okay, so you were very kind of adamant you did not want to go down the road of tradition, so you kind of clashed against the person who wanted tradition, you know, and wanted joy and wanted this deep connection. So unconsciously you went into this unconventional kind of way of thinking. That, you know, this unconventional way of thinking attracts other people who are unconventional, who do not want a deep connection, who are just there for that day, that moment, that night, you know. And I get that actually does not bring this non-committal kind of mindset because you're frightened of getting hurt does not bring you joy here and security. So we brought on the Tower here. We brought on the Tower of, because of this unconventionality, we brought the Tower. I do feel that there's a sense of you are financially secure, and there was a sense that you felt that this person was just after your money. There's lots of clashes here with this twin flame here, and it's kind of, this is what you want now. You do want tradition, you want your family, and you want joy and stability. But there has been this kind of, do I do the right thing? I want to do the right thing. And I do get like an essence of speed here. Speed as in rushing, getting things done with. But now there's like a big cycle where this is turned around, because doing things very fast and getting in there, getting out of there kind of thing, because you don't want to get hurt, actually brings dysfunction. I've got the Ten of Pentacles in the right position. The Ten of Pentacles is, Ten of Pentacles, which is security, financial security, the home, but when it's in the reversed, this is the opposite to that, which is you turned away from this family, or vice versa, this other person turned away because of liberation. Okay, which brought the Tower. So now I see you smiling a lot. You were very much a people pleaser, to try to prevent being this defensive person that you are. You're also a people pleaser, and you're trying to, but it's fake. This people pleasing is fake, and you just wanted people to like you and to not be against you and work against you, but that actually worked against the grain here. So I see that you re-examine this. There's a restructure of your foundations here and a grounding. And now you feel like an old soul. You don't feel like a soul that needs to learn on this path. You feel like much more of an old soul now, like you're wiser. You're wiser to, fast doesn't get you anywhere. It just kind of brings, I get this energy of being very fast, which does not bring harmony, but it brings anxiety when you're trying to do things fast or run away fast or whatever this is. It actually brings this energy of stress and anxiety, and it's the opposite to what you actually are wishing for. We're going right back to the beginning of this reading. So now you feel like you've got this old soul, so you want to return to this person, but you let this person down. And I feel that, spiritually speaking, because you were on this journey of finding, trying to run away from intimacy and commitment, that you actually found that is actually what you want at the end of the day. And you are now starting to, you've learned this lesson, and you now want to follow your heart here. So it's like restructuring, trying to restructure these foundations that were destroyed here. And feeling of being more mature You feel more beaten up. You feel like you've been put through the ringer. You feel like you know, you feel like you're old. You feel like you've got the responsibilities anyway, so there's no point in trying to defend yourself against these responsibilities that may bring you or may not bring you hurt. And this has caused a creation of confusion for you, okay? Over the last 2.5 years, lots and lots of confusion because of this road that you was walking down here. And now you want to do the right thing. It's right. The timing is right now. I want to do the right thing here. So it's kind of trying to, let's have a look here, you're trying to merge with this other twin flame. You know, I get you here as the person that runs away here, and you want to come back to the stayer, okay. Very challenging, you've clashed on this path, and now you want to take the lead here. You do want to take the lead. You want to take the lead in this responsibility. You want to take the lead in, you know, restructuring your grounding here. And you're opening up to this twin flame, this other, your twin here. You're opening up to your twin that you kind of separated away from. And you're trying to get this base chakra, this sacral chakra, more kind of solid, yeah, more solid. I get solid here. Trying to really make this like concrete. And you've observed, I feel that you've observed yourself here. You've observed yourself, and you realise that you do tend to, you're the runner here that needs to learn. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, there's nothing wrong with being the runner. That you know, the other person's more evolved than you, and you're running to find out. But you have found out. You've observed here. You've observed, you know, what you've done. You've observed who you are. You've looked in the mirror here and you've observed. And you've observed your own fears here. Faced your own fears. And now you want to address this. And you're facing your darkest fears. You are facing your darkest fears. You know, why did I do that? Why was I so destructive? Why was I so scared? Why was I so fearful of this intimacy and of this love, you know? And now you're seeking the truth. And you're halfway there because your finances, you know, you're the master here of your destiny, because your finances are absolutely really doing well. And I've got you taking the lead here, Capricorn. And you've got a well-deserved reward because you've worked so damn hard here. And you're reaping the rewards, and you're giving it to this. You want to share it with this family here. You want to share it with this person. And I've got, you want this to blossom. You want this to blossom with your twin flame here. You want this family to blossom. And you are giving here. And you are giving. You want to give now to this person. And if you give, you're wanting and wishing that they will reciprocate here. So you're giving your heart, you're giving your soul, and you know you're following your heart, what you truly want, and you're facing this fear here. And you want to follow tradition now. You don't want to follow this unconventional kind of life here. But I do feel with this twin flame, I don't feel the timing is right. I feel that this twin flame has been hurt. I mean, it's not all. I think some of them will, you know, I do feel for some of you they will accept this gift here of kindness, that you want to, you know, that you want to reconstruct this grounding here. I do feel that some of you this will come together, okay, but for some of you, this may not be the right time. I feel that you've hurt this person very deeply, and I feel that you should let them go free for now, okay, and the timing is not right here for this twin flame here to be reunited with, okay, or come back together here. Okay, so that's your reading, okay. Twin flame readings are quite quite complicated, really. It's a deep desire, and it goes really deep. As I said in the intro, you know, these connections are very, very profound and quite deep. They come from, you know, past life connections. So I feel you really are learning. You're learning on this path. You're realizing that this lifestyle of unconventionality is not going to bring you joy, and I feel that you have realized this now, and really this is just running away from this fear here of pain, hurt, destruction, the tower, all of this. And that's something that you've experienced in your previous lifetimes, you know, in other lives, that is this kind of facing this, looking at yourself here, looking at yourself in the mirror, you know. So that's your reading. So if you'd like your own personal twin flame reading, please give me an email. My email address is here at the bottom, and I will explain all that for you, okay. So I hope that's resonated with you. It's not going to resonate with everybody here, and please make comments down below at the bottom there, and I will see you again for my 2 weekly readings and also my twin flame readings. Okay, bye for now. Bye bye.